The opening curtain of the 2025/2026 Premier League season promised a new era of clarity, yet it delivered two distinct types of drama, each challenging the integrity of the game. Officiating debates split into two arenas: the explosive, emotional outrage over critical errors that cost teams points, and the simmering, analytical frustration over the inconsistent enforcement of new laws designed to change the culture of football itself. The clear and obvious failure, errors that broke scorelines. The most emotionally charged controversies stemmed from moments of clear technical failure, decisions so wrong that the governing body, days later, had to issue public admissions of error. These were the moments that left managers and fans feeling robbed, incidents that had a direct, measurable impact on the league table. Take the single chaotic match day of August 30th, where the referee's oversight body confirmed two match-altering mistakes. In one fixture, a Fulham goal was wrongly wiped off the scoreboard. A crucial strike that should have stood was disallowed for a phantom foul earlier in the build-up. A clear failure of the technology designed to spot clear and obvious mistakes. Simultaneously, in a clash between Wolves and Everton, a legitimate penalty for Wolves was missed entirely. The video system, installed precisely to correct such high-stakes calls, remained silent, allowing a definitive injustice to stand. Data analysts later suggested teams like Fulham could have jumped 4 places higher had these confirmed errors been erased from the record, underscoring the real-world cost of these technical failures. The climax of this category of controversy arrived during Arsenal's intense 2-1 victory over Newcastle United in late September. The drama centered on a first-half penalty call. The referee, standing close to the action, pointed immediately to the spot when Arsenal striker was brought down by the charging Newcastle goalkeeper. The roar of the crowd turned to tense silence as the referee was instructed to review the incident on the pitch side monitor. What followed was a lengthy, agonizing review of contact and intent. After minutes of analysis, the original decision was reversed. No penalty. The reversal, meant to solidify confidence, instead unleashed a torrent of criticism from pundits and former players alike, who condemned the inconsistency. It was the perfect flashpoint, demonstrating that even with endless replays, applying the clear and obvious standard to a subjective physical challenge where contact and intent are fiercely debated remains the most intractable problem facing the modern game. The systemic challenge, debates of consistency and culture. Beyond the instantaneous fury of the VAR failures lay a deeper, more systemic controversy rooted in the attempt to embed cultural change through new rules. These decisions didn't usually determine a goal or a red card, but they governed the very flow and conduct of the match. The first of these new flashpoints was the captain's only approach, designed to eliminate the unseemly spectacle of officials being surrounded and verbally assaulted by a mob of players. The rule dictates that only the captain may approach the referee for an explanation during critical moments. The mandate is backed by an automatic disciplinary sanction. Any non-captain approaching without permission must be shown a yellow card. The ensuing discussion across the league wasn't about the validity of the rule. Most agreed that curbing dissent was necessary, but about the will to enforce it. Past initiatives had crumbled because referees were reluctant to consistently hand out instant yellow cards for confrontation. The success of the captain's only rule hinges entirely on the referees maintaining an unyielding, uniform disciplinary threshold. Will they be assertive enough to make the rule stick, or will they allow the standard to slide back into inconsistency? The second major point of debate revolved around the goalkeeper 8-second rule. The old 6-second limit for a goalkeeper holding the ball had been extended to 8, but the consequence for time wasting was drastically elevated. Instead of the rarely enforced, low-threat indirect free kick, a transgression now results in the opposition being awarded a corner kick, a high-leverage scoring opportunity. The controversy here is one of proportionality. Is awarding a high-threat corner, which frequently results in a goal, a fitting punishment for exceeding the time limit by a fraction of a second? The rule immediately shifts the discussion from simple time management to tactical risk assessment. Teams must now weigh the marginal gain of a few seconds against the substantial risk of conceding a set-piece goal. This intentional introduction of risk aims to divert criticism toward player responsibility, forcing goalkeepers to radically change their game management strategies. The dual imperative. In the opening months of the season, two very different types of controversy emerged. The first was the searing heat of the match-altering mistake, with a technology designed to help prove ineffective in moments of high subjectivity. These failures shake competitive trust and demand technical fixes and greater transparency. The second was the cool analysis of systemic governance. Here, success is not measured in overturned calls, but in cultural consistency. Can the officials maintain the resolve required to consistently enforce disciplinary yellow cards? Is the punitive nature of the new time-wasting rule too harsh? The officials are thus tasked with mastering technology in the most complex moments while simultaneously driving behavioral change on the pitch, a challenge that ensures the referee, for better or worse, remains at the heart of the Premier League's weekly drama. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to enjoy more content from this channel.